Hello, this is Rob Wade, editor of E14, conductor of the Crazy Train and so on. So what I wanted to talk about briefly was an idea that I had for a little YouTube series, a bit of fun. The premise was very simple. I've just recently become a collector of Heroclix, the WizKids miniatures game, and I thought that it would be a good laugh to video myself opening a box of blind bags looking for particular figures. In this particular case, I was after the John Constantine from the Justice League Trinity War set, and so I bought myself a box of Heroclix from my local model shop, Rochester Games and Models in Rochester High Street. Shout out, it's Corporation Street, but whatever, they won't mind, it's close enough, you'll be able to find it. And so yeah, I bought my box of Heroclix and set myself up with the idea of coming up with something cool. What I didn't realise, and what I would recommend as a cautionary tale, is that in a gravity feed box of Heroclix, depending on the range, the number of clicks available, some of them are actually only contain 10 figures from the full set. So actually, when I set out to pick up John Constantine from a blind bag, unbeknownst to me, it was actually mathematically impossible, as there was never any point where a John Constantine figure would have been in one of those bags. I didn't know this until about halfway through the opening, so not to be deterred, I persevered, but I did start to wonder, and you'll see, for reasons I'll explain in a minute, why that's happened, and you'll be able to see that that's the case. So what I decided to do, obviously some people could sulk, some people could be embarrassed. I'm a little frustrated. Obviously, I spent a fair bit of money buying the box, and I can't get the result I wanted from it. Didn't realise that. It's a learning experience. It's an expensive way to learn, to a degree, but I did get everything out of the gravity feed box, and so I got my green arrow, which I was pretty pleased with, as you'll see. So what I decided to do was take all the recordings from that, condense them into one big video, and present it for you for a bit of fun. I'm hoping that anybody who's ever gone in for blind bag stuff will get a kick out of it either way. Either on the level of, I quite like blind bags, or this guy's looking for blind bags, looking for cool stuff, I'll watch that, or this guy doesn't realise he's setting himself up for an impossibility, and that's fun to watch him suffer. So either way, there's a level of entertainment for anybody. It's like the circus. So yeah, enjoy. There's one quick thing, you won't be able to see my face at any point in the video, mainly because I decided it was easiest to be able to see the clicks, so I sort of able to zoom in and stuff. And I think the camera's done a really good job actually of adjusting automatically to zoom in on stuff, so hopefully it shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, can't think of anything else I wanted to say. It's like I say, it can be embarrassing, and it is a little bit. At the same time, it's a bit of fun, and at least I know for next time, so when the Avengers Age of Ultron ones come out, I won't be doing the same thing again. But enjoy my eventual slide towards realisation. See if you can spot as a bit of fun when it occurs, because I like to think it becomes increasingly obvious. But anyway, enjoy that. Hello, and here for your entertainment is the first part of a new series. I've been after doing a video series for a little while, and I finally came up with a good idea, or I think it's a good idea, which is for me to take a slightly different tack on the traditional unboxing videos, because I'm looking for something in particular. So I bought myself a gravity feed box of Justice League Trinity War Heroclix, the newest set available on the market, and I've decided to go through them looking for particular figures, one in particular. So toyed with the idea of a few different names for this one, and what I ended up coming up with after my sister said something that made me chuckle was E14 presents Man Baby Power Hour, brackets, the quest for Constantine. No prizes for guessing which bit my sister chose that was the funny part in my mind. So the premise is simple. I'm going to go through the box and try and figure out if I can get my luck to give me a John Constantine and chronicle that and upload it to YouTube for your critiquing pleasure. Maybe with comments disabled, probably not. Anyway, let's begin. So you may have noticed already that you can't see my face. A couple of reasons for that. First of all, to me, the most important thing is not my face. The most important thing is what I'm opening. And secondly, I've got a very small kitchen in relation to recording and actually not that much room to play with. So I've made the best of it, and hopefully it's the best of both worlds. So, clicks number 1. Excuse the noise for a second. That was easy enough. Okay, I have drawn a parademon. So it's a generic, I presume it's a generic soldier ability, by the fact that its real name is Various, a little bit too specific. Plus he's 45 points, which suggests to me he's pretty low level. Pretty good list of powers though, has to be said. I actually did a couple of practice runs with some blind bag clicks that I bought separately, and actually pulled the parademon, so I'm get the likelihood of him being a soldier is even more likely now. Sod's Law I thought was Sod's Law would be I'd draw Constantine in the practice, and then what would I have done? We'll never know. I never did. Anyway, thanks for watching, even if you just kind of clicked out of curiosity. That was fun, wasn't it? So if you enjoyed it, like it, comment, subscribe, share, whatever, and I'll keep doing these and we'll see how we get on. Bye for now. So yeah, let's get right into it. Should have thought that through. Pack these tight in the box. Alright, once again, just in case, excuse the noise. That's not too bad. That's interesting. So I've pulled out Black Orchid. So this is actually not an entirely rare piece, but what's interesting about this and why I'm sort of chuckling is because yesterday, before I started doing the recording, I pulled a couple of practice ones, and funnily enough, in those 2 practice ones, I got a parademon and Black Orchid. So I've started as I meant to go on twice, which is quite something. Yeah, so this is just like I say, keeping them short. Anybody who's wondering, who's just joining for the first time, I'm just doing this because I've got a lot of space to play with in the kitchen, so I'm just kind of working with that as best I can. Plus, you haven't come to see my face, you've come to see the little plastic figures. So thanks for watching, and look forward to number 3. Don't be surprised if I'm wearing the same outfit, because like I said, probably going to do a few in a row. Never mind, eh? So here's number 3. This one here. This is going to be good. I can feel it. So, here we go. Oh, it's Black Orchid. I'm starting to wonder if she's a generic soldier piece, but then she's got her own name, so I don't know. Yeah, this is going fucking spectacularly so far, isn't it? So, funnily enough, the last power on her card is, okay, plan B. What's plan B for me? Probably fucking eBay, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So yeah, that's good fun. So, to recap, 2 Black Orchids and a parademon. So, of the 3, I've actually pulled 2 of a specific person and 1 generic soldier piece. Fucking A. So, yeah. Oh, it's too ridiculous for words, isn't it, really? Oh well. So, here is number 4. To recap, so I've had 1 parademon, which is the generic soldier piece, and 2 Black Orchids, who is a particular person, who if I saw in the street, I'd attempt to chin. Attempt. She'd probably kick my ass. Well, probably. Oh, thank fuck. It's somebody other than Black Orchid and a Parademon. However, it is another generic soldier piece. Atlantean, presuming, you know, on a hunch, but it's something to do with Aquaman. Just, you know, shot in the dark. Yeah, looks pretty good. 40 points, so it's quite cheap to run in your army. If you're a fan of the game, you'll understand what I mean. If you're not, then what are you watching this for? I can't tell. Yeah, so thank you once again for indulging me while I go through my toys. So, here we are with number 5. Getting to a quarter of the way through. So I haven't pulled out anything resembling a character I recognised. So, let's hope for the best from this one, shall we? Number 5, here we go. Hey, now we're talking. Now this guy I definitely recognise. He's 100 points. He's dressed in a suit. He is Lex Luthor, Superman's arch nemesis. Real name Alexander Luthor. Not surprising really, shortens it, makes sense. And yeah, quite a nice figure there. You might have a sculpt. Got some reasonable powers. And he's also not a Parademon, Black Orchid or an Atlantean, so I'm tremendously fucking relieved. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this instalment. Anyway, moving on to number 6. So now 25% of the way through. Once I open this, it'll be interesting to see what percentage of those figures have been good and what not so much, and obviously what percentage of Black Orchids, because at this point it's 3 out of 7. Okay, so it's not a Black Orchid, however it is a Parademon. So 25% of the way through. Bear in mind I did the 2 practice runs and I've got 3 of these buckers already. On the other hand, they are soldiers and they are generic, so you can kind of do what you like with them. You can have more than one, I believe, although I'm sure I'll be corrected by somebody at some point that it's up to 4 in an army. A little bit of force trying to escape. So yeah, all in all, it could be going better at this point, but at the same time, you kind of expect it from this sort of thing. They're obviously randomised, and they're also designed for being bought by more than one person at a time rather than one incredibly, well, you fill in the blanks for yourself, can't you? So this is number 7. So to recap, before I open this one, I've so far pulled a Parademon, which is a generic soldier, Black Orchid again, an Atlantean, Lex Luthor, and then another Parademon, just when I thought things were looking up. So, you know, I won't lie, this is kind of amusing in a way. Schadenfreude, isn't it? So, number 7. Now this is once again, second time in a row, I've picked out one I recognise. Aquaman, armed with his bendy trident, which has been stuck in the plastic for a bit too long, I suspect. 122 points. Pretty good set of powers. Bloody hell, he's got a fair few actually. See there? And there's tons on the back as well. So he's got keywords Atlantis, naturally. Looks like the Atlantean. And ruler, so he can measure distances as well, so that's handy. So that's number 7. 17 left to go. Still no sign of the elusive magician, stroke con artist, stroke exorcist. So this is number 8. And hopefully will yield something cool. So I won't lie, he looks pretty fucking cool. Firestorm. So his real name is Ronnie Raymond and Jason Rush. So greedy bastard. He's 2 people. Obviously, I'm sure there's a comic reason that people are already up in arms about on the other end of this. Calm down. It's quite a nice sculpt actually. It's got some little flames around the edges there, around his arms, and he's 135 points. He's probably quite handy in a fight, and his powers look pretty good. You see on the back there. He's a Justice League of America and a scientist as well, so it's pretty cool. So far actually, much as I was kind of bemoaning my bad luck and laughing about it before, it's actually not turned out too bad. I've had 3 decent sort of strength heroes and villains, and then 3 soldier pieces of 2 different types, and then 2 of the same piece. You know, in a box like this, in fact it's blind, clues in the name. So funnily enough, I was actually looking at the box. So last episode I pulled Aquaman, not last episode, but a little while ago, pulled Aquaman, and was really pleased because I'd got something off the box. Funnily enough, if I slide the box into view here, you can actually see that not only is Black Orchid on there, the Parademon's on there as well, Firestorm, and on the other side, Lex Luthor, Aquaman, there, and the Atlantean. So actually, of the ones I've pulled from the box, most of them, if not all of them, have been on the box. So actually it's more exciting for me to pull one that's not from the box, which, you know, just goes to show. So yeah, I'm going to do the 9th one here. Occurs to me as I was looking between episodes, obviously no prize for guessing, I'm recording these in a big block, because like I said, it's a premium to get recording time because this house is very rarely unoccupied except for me. So I was doing a bit of browsing and it occurred to me, I assume you can pull most any figure from the gravity feeds. Otherwise this might be a colossal waste of time and people might be laughing at me. But whatever, I'm enjoying it. And obviously, I'm the one with models out of it, so ultimately I still do alright, so whatever. Anyway, this is number 9. It's had a trip to the floor. I've actually pulled a second Firestorm. This one's had a bit of a trek, probably because he fell out of the thing and landed on the floor. But he seems to be in alright shape, considering. And obviously he's a superhero, so suck it up. Yeah. Once again, Ronnie Ram and Jason Rush has made his presence felt, so that's actually 2 Firestorms in a row, I think. Somebody can correct me if I've got that wrong. So to recap, that's now 2 Firestorms, 2 Parademons, Lex Luthor, Atlantean, Aquaman, 2 Black Orchids, and now... Did I say 2 Firestorms? I might have. Anyway, so that's number 9. So this is number 10. Yeah, took me a while to get that one out, so it's been a ponce. To recap, I've pulled 2 Parademons, 2 Firestorms, Aquaman, Lex Luthor, 2 Black Orchids, an Atlantean, 2 Firestorms, Aquaman, Atlantean, 2 Black Orchids, 2 Parademons, Lex Luthor. That's 9. Cool. Here we go. Up to speed, number 10. Fucking sweet. This is one I was hoping for. Not the one I was hoping for, admittedly. But I mentioned him just now. Green Arrow. And what's more, he's the 208, it's called, the figure, number. Quite a good amount of points. So there's a little bit of history behind why I wanted this one. Played a game not that long ago against fellow E14 team members, Omer, Brad, Blake, Crouch. That's the only ones who were there. And we ended up playing a game of 300 points. And I chose a Green Arrow piece that I had, which was very low points, and it was actually quite fun to play. So I've been hoping for a Green Arrow from the Trinity War box, and I haven't been disappointed. Obviously it's not the piece I want, but it's a piece I've had my eye on, so I'm really pleased with that. You can see from what's, visible of my face. I've been increasingly doubtful over the last few installments that I'm actually going to be able to pull certain figures, just based on the fact that this gravity feed box only has certain ones on the box. But I'm hopeful that this is just for show, and that the 11 on the box aren't the only ones you can get out of 24, because that feels a little bit weird somehow, especially as in previous gravity feeds I've pulled blind bags and got all sorts of fit. So I'm going to work on the assumption that I'm just worrying over nothing. Nevertheless, it'd be kind of funny to watch me struggle against futility for those in the know, so enjoy that. So this is number 11. So far I've pulled 2 Parademons, 2 Black Orchids, Aquaman, an Atlantean, Lex Luthor, 2 Firestorms, and in the last episode, which I was really pleased about, Green Arrow. So let's hope that this is keeping the trend going and I'm on the up. Uh-oh. So this one's called the Trench. Hold it up here. Now, the reason I said uh-oh is because I'm starting to suspect that, bearing in mind he's one of the other ones on the box, this isn't looking great. I'm starting to think this may not be my day, I guess. I don't know how else to describe it. So there you have it. Half hour later, and, well, an amount of money worse off, and I have no Constantine to show for it. Still, it was fun while it lasted. Genuinely. You know, obviously frustration aside at my gaff, you know, I still was enjoying myself. I think hopefully that became clear. And, you know, I thought it was quite fun. I mean, in hindsight, it's pretty funny. So, yeah, that was the first attempt at the Man-Baby Power Hour. I'll be bringing that back at some point, so I think it's a good concept. Bit of fun, you know, bit of a laugh. And I'll be always thinking of fun ways to have a bit of a laugh with it. But as a last little thing, if you stuck with me all this way, you know, you deserve a kind of something a bit more exciting, don't you? So, decided to commiserate myself with a couple of bricks of Trinity War Heroclix. So, that's pretty funny. So, Katana there, a Blackgate inmate, Mira is one of the ones from the gravity feed box, albeit a different click, Lex Luthor, who's also one from the gravity feed box, Element Woman, who's facing the other way, very bloody rebel, and some sort of relic, looks a bit like a Buddha there. I wonder if it may be a greed or something like that. I have to look into a bit of research into that. So that's one. No Constantine. And some duplicated sculpts, although they're different powers. Well. Oh, well. Satana from the Justice League Dark. Suck it, Crouch. Vampire, a DEO agent, Catwoman, and Black Lightning. He's pretty cool. I like the sculpt on that one. And for this one, no relic. So it goes. Very nice. Oh well. Ultimately, the quest for Constantine for the Man-Baby Power Hour has proven fruitless. But let's be reasonable. If you came into this after the first few minutes expecting this to go well, you probably weren't paying attention, were you? Anyway, thanks for watching, and look forward to Man-Baby Power Hour returning another time with a bit more research done beforehand. Peace.